So welcome back to online classes. So in today's session, you are going to learn about the journal entries. So that is compound journal entries. Compound journal entries. Now, before going to pass the journal entries, first of all, we should know the concept, that is English system of accounting. So under English system of accounting, there are three accounts are involved: a personal account, a real account, and a nominal account. So personal accounts is related to the names. So name of the person, name of the organization, name of the school, a college, a partnership firm. So rules: debit the receiver, credit the giver. If person is receiving the benefit, that we have to record debit side. If he is the giver, we have to record the credit side. So receiver and a giver. So real account, it's related to the assets, all types of assets. So debit what comes in. If a business receives any assets, maybe in the form of cash, maybe in the form of goods, so anything, we have to record debit side. So credit what goes out. If business pays cash or supplied the goods, so let it be anything what goes out. So anything will go out of the business, that we have to record the credit side. And nominal account. So nominal account is related to the expenses and losses, incomes and gains. So debit side, expenses and losses we have to record, and the credit side, incomes and gains. So this is classification under English system of accounting, and there are rules, that is debit and credit rules. So to pass this journal entries, to pass these transactions, first of all you should know this concept. Now let us start the problem. Journalize the following transactions. Journalize the following transactions. On 1/3/2020, started business with cash rupees 10,000, goods 20,000, and furniture 10,000. See, owner, he is starting his business with the help of following assets. He has introduced a cash, a goods, a furniture. So he has introduced three assets to start the new business. So in this transaction, there are four accounts are involved. Four accounts. First, cash, a goods we can say is stock here. Next, furniture. Next, capital. So this is the first and compulsory entry for +1. Started business with cash, goods and furniture. So in this transaction, four accounts are involved. If more than two accounts if involved in the transaction, that we can call as a compound. If you get more than 2 debit or credited, that you can call as a compound entry. So simple entry already we had did. Now cash, goods, furniture is comes under real account. You know, real accounts is related to the assets, all types of assets, and capital is comes under a personal account. Started business with cash, owner introducing the assets in the form of cash, of furniture and goods into the business. So real accounts rules, debit what comes in. So there are 3 assets coming to the business here: cash, goods and furniture. This is debit side. And capital is comes under personal account. So capital means the owner here. So personal account rules, credit the giver, owner, he is the giver, credit side. Now the same you have to pass into a journal. So date, particulars, LF, ledger folio, debit rupees, credit rupees. So this is the format of a journal. So first column is date. So in date column we have to enter the date on transactions. Particulars, we have to write the detail about the accounts, that is the entries you have to pass here. Ledger folio, that is page number of the ledger. Debit means the left side, that is rupees column, and credit means the right side, rupees column. Now the first in journal we have to pass debit entry. There are 3 accounts debited here. So date on 1/3/2020, cash account a debit. Next goods, goods or stock, stock account debit. Furniture account debit. So the owner, he is introducing 3 assets to start the new business: a cash 10,000, goods 20,000, and again furniture 10,000. So total he has made 40,000 investment, that is capital. So to capital account. So capital is an credit item, so leave the space here. To capital account, so total he has invested 40,000. So this is called as a compound entry. There are 3 accounts debited and 1 account is credited. So this is compound entry. Now narration being started business with cash, goods and furniture. So after writing narration, close the bracket or put one line or leave it one line. So this is the first entry for first transaction. So this is compulsory universal entry for first transaction, that is cash account to capital account. Next on 5th, bought goods from Asha on credit. So this is cash transaction, this is credit transaction. So business is purchasing goods from Asha. In this transaction 2 accounts are involved: purchased, purchases account and Asha account. So Before passing the entries, you have to analyze the transaction. So in each transactions, you have to find out the accounts involved. So in this transaction, two accounts are involved: purchases account and Asha account. Purchases. So bought means purchased goods here. From whom? Asha. So purchases is an real account, Asha is an personal account. Purchased goods from Asha. Asha, she is the giver. So credit the giver, personal account, credit the giver. So Asha is the credit side. Purchases goods, goods is coming to the business. So real account, what comes in, goods is coming to the business. So this is debit side. Now the entry on 5th, purchases account, a debit. So to Asha's account. So amount 10,000. So this is entry. Narration being bought goods from Asha on a credit. So after writing narration, put one line. So this is the second entry. Next, a third transaction on 8, paid to Asha rupees 9,800 in full settlement of her account. See, on 5th, we have purchased from Asha. Now we are settling to Asha by paying her 9,800 in full settlement. Actually, the amount due to Asha is 10,000. So here we are paying only 9,800 in full clearings, that is full in settlement. So here paid to Asha 9,800 in full settlement out of 10,000. So here we are getting a discount from Asha. We have purchased goods from Asha. So Asha, she is giving a discount here, that is 200. Now in this transaction, three accounts are involved. In this transaction, 3 accounts are involved. Asha, cash, and next discount. So this is discount received. Paid to Asha. Paid to Asha. Asha is comes under personal account, cash real account, and discount received is comes under nominal account. Paid to Asha. Paid means cash is going here. So cash is a real account. Credit what goes out. So this is credit side. Paid to Asha. Asha, she is the receiver. Debit the receiver. Personal account, debit side. Discount received. So business, we are receiving a discount here. So discount received is an income. Expenses and losses, discount allowed. If business gives discount to others, that is discount allowed. If you supply the goods, at the time of supplying, if you are giving a discount, that is discount allowed. At the time of purchasing, if you get any discount, that is discount received. Discount allowed is an expenses. Discount received is an income. So discount received is an income, credit side. So here also we can say this is compound entry. Why? Because 2 accounts are credited here. 2 accounts are credited. Now pause the entry on 8. So first debit entry, Asha account, a debit to cash account. Next to discount received account. Discount received. So actual amount due to Asha is 10,000. Actual amount due to Asha is 10,000. So paid cash only 9,800. So credit side. And discount received is 200. So this is the compound entry. Asha debited and 2 items are credited. That is compound entry. So Asha is 10,000 actual amount due to Asha, but we have paid only 9,800 cash and remaining 200 is a discount received. So this is entry. So narration being paid to Asha rupees 9,800 in full settlement. Next, on 12th, sold goods to Naveen. Sold goods to Naveen on credit. So in this transaction, 2 accounts are involved. Sold means sales here, sales and on Naveen. So it's a credit transaction. So 2 accounts are involved. So Naveen and next sales. So in this transaction 2 accounts are there. Naveen and sales. Supplied goods to Naveen. Naveen is comes under personal account. So personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. So Naveen, supplied goods to Naveen. Naveen is the receiver. This is debit side. Sales, what we have sold here? Goods. Goods is comes under real account. Supplied goods sold. Credit what goes out? Real account. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Purchases what comes in. Sales what goes out. So goods is going here. This is credit side. Now the entry on 12th. Naveen account a debit, so to sales account. So sales amount 20,000. So always we have to remember, purchases always debit side and sales always credit side. Next, on 15th, paid rent. Paid a rent by check rupees 5,000. So the owner, the business paid rupees 5,000 rent through the check. So here the business is not paying in the form of cash. So owner is issued a check. So in this transaction 2 accounts are involved. A rent. So check means bank here. So bank will clear the amount. So paid rent by check, 2 accounts are involved, rent and bank account. Paid rent, salaries, interest, commission, so all it is an expenses. So expenses and losses comes under a nominal account. So rent is comes under nominal account. Bank is comes under a personal account. Now, paid rent through the check. Through the check. So rent is an expenses. All expenses are debit side. So nominal account says debit the all expenses and losses. So we have taken rent debit side. Next, bank personal account, credit the giver, bank is the giver, so here credit side. Now first the debit entry you have to pass. So debit entry, rent is debited here, so date on 15th. A rent account, a debit to bank account, amount 5,000. So this is entry. Bank account debit, sorry, rent account debit to bank account. Next, last transaction, received cash from Naveen rupees 19,500 and allowed him discount rupees 500. See here, we have supplied the goods to Naveen, the worth of rupees 20,000, but we have received only 19,500 and remaining 500 is a discount, that is discount allowed. Business is giving a discount, that is discount allowed. So in this transaction, three accounts are involved. First, cash, received cash, that is cash. Next, a discount and Naveen. So three accounts are there. That is compound entry. Received cash, cash is coming to the business. Real account, debit what comes in debit side. So here we are giving a discount here. Out of 20,000, we are given 500 discount. That is discount allowed. Discount comes under nominal account, is an expenses. Debit side. And who is the giver here? Naveen, he is the giver. Naveen comes under personal account. So credit the giver. Credit the giver. Now, pass the entry on 20th. First, debit entry, cash, account debit, discount allowed, account debit to the main account. So cash, how much we have received the cash? 19,500. Next, discount allowed, how much we have given discount? 500, and total amount on Naveen's account is 20,000. So this is the entry. Cash account debit, discount allowed account debit, so to Naveen account. So like this, for +1, that is PUC level students, this is a way to learn the journal entries. So you can't pass the journal entries before knowing this concept. So these are the journal entries you have passed with the help of English system of accounting. First of all, before passing the entries, first you should know the classification of accounts under English system of accounting, that is personal account, real account and nominal account. Then you have to analyze the transaction, that is what type of transaction it is, whether it is cash transaction, credit transaction. Then we have to find out that in each transactions how many accounts are involved. After finding the accounts involved in transactions, those accounts we have to classify under a personal, real and a nominal, and we have to find out a debit and credit with the help of the golden rules.